Hi, this is Brian Boer with Boer Insurance Group, and in this video we're going to talk about when I can use my uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage and why it's important to have that coverage on my auto insurance policy here in Michigan. In the past, we've looked at what no-fault insurance means, which essentially says that no matter who is at fault in an accident, each driver has to go back to their own auto insurance policy to pay for the repairs to their car and to pay for their medical expenses if they are hurt in that car accident. But this time, let's talk about what I can sue for if I'm the person that's hurt or, God forbid, killed in a car accident. So let's look at the claim example that we've used in the past. Bob in the blue car slides on black ice, runs a stop sign, and causes an accident with me in the green car. Now, because of that car accident, of course I've got damage to my car, which my own auto insurance policy will pay. I have some medical bills, which my own auto insurance policy will pay. But on top of that, I've got limited mobility, or maybe I lost vision, or maybe I have some facial scarring. Whatever it is, I have a lawsuit against Bob because my lifestyle has dramatically changed because of the car accident that Bob caused. So like we said, I'm going to go back to my own auto insurance policy and use my collision coverage to pay for the damage to my car. Bob will do the same. He'll go back to his auto insurance policy and claim the repairs to his car under his collision coverage. Same thing goes for both of us from a medical coverage standpoint. However, like I mentioned, I've been seriously hurt in this car accident that Bob caused, and a judge awards me a lawsuit of $500,000 because of my injuries and because of the change in my lifestyle or the inability to work and earn income for a short period of time or maybe the rest of my life. Now let's take a look at Bob's situation. There are three scenarios here that we'll talk about. Bob either has good insurance, has poor insurance, or has no insurance at all. Let's take a look at this first one. Assume that Bob has good insurance. His auto insurance policy might look something like this. His liability coverage includes $500,000 per person, $500,000 per accident of bodily injury liability. So this is the coverage on Bob's policy that would pay me for the $500,000 he owes me because of the lawsuit. So note that I'm going to be collecting $500,000 from Bob's policy, none from my own policy, so I've made up the entire $500,000 that I was awarded because of my injuries that Bob has caused. Scenario 2. What if Bob has poor insurance? If Bob has poor insurance, his auto insurance policy might look like this. Instead of $500,000 of liability coverage, maybe Bob only has $20,000, and that's all that's required to be able to legally drive in Michigan. Well, if Bob only has $20,000 of liability coverage, that's all I'm going to get from his insurance policy. And Bob might not have any other assets, he might not earn a whole lot of money, so I'm not going to be able to get anything else out of Bob. In which case, I'm going to come back to my own auto insurance policy and use my coverage called Underinsured Motorist to collect the remainder of that lawsuit that I was awarded that was not paid by Bob's auto insurance. So Bob at this point is considered an underinsured motorist because he caused a car accident that resulted in a lawsuit that exceeded the liability coverage he has on his auto insurance policy. So I'm going to collect $20,000 from Bob's insurance policy, and that's all his policy owes because that's the coverage he selected. I'm going to then collect $480,000 from my own insurance policy, resulting in a full $500,000 collected. The last scenario is that Bob has no insurance, which, believe it or not, about a third of all drivers on the road don't actually have insurance. In which case, Bob is not an underinsured motorist, he is an uninsured motorist. So when a judge awards me $500,000, I'm not going to collect anything from Bob's insurance policy because he doesn't have an insurance policy. And then, like we said, Bob doesn't have many assets, he doesn't earn a lot of income, so I'm not going to be able to collect from Bob personally. in which case I'm going to go to my own auto insurance policy and use my uninsured motorist coverage to collect on that $500,000 that Bob owes me. So I got nothing from Bob's auto insurance, but I got $500,000 from my own, meaning that I collected that full $500,000 that I was awarded because of the car accident that Bob caused. The key point is that people sometimes make bad decisions with their insurance. Your uninsured and underinsured motorist coverages protect you from the bad decisions that other people might have made with their insurance. The coverage is very inexpensive and should be included on everyone's auto insurance policy. If you have questions or you'd like to review the coverage that's on your policy, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much for your time.